Alright, welcome back, guys. Let's get on with this.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through. Now that it's happened, I just can't believe it's true. I've done the best I could to keep from feeling blue. Can't get you off my mind. What am I gonna do?
Voodoo, mildew, and shandu.
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were here.
I'm right here looking at you, honey. If it ain't me, it's my shadow.
Do you think I sent you far away
I ain't been nowhere.
from me? I thought you'd stay away from me.
Try to cut.
But hopeless, you got me down. You left your voodoo all around.
I left my trunk in town.
I got a new ego. Thought I killed the craze for you.
I hear you.
I died
Samantha,
my
please
heart
give this to
away
your mother.
for you. Your kisses keep on
Janice,
haunting me.
thank you for having Danny over to your unit. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave him my permission.
Oh, Daddy,
He needs
tell
to
me
spend
why.
less time with those games anyway. No hurry in returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary Shoots.
And nothing.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Hi Lonnie, so if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet up in the parking lot after 6. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. Oh. Oh my.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Yeah. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic... ... Chugga chugga. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. You guys can read that if you want. It's not too interesting. What? Again, pause if you want to read it. Bratmobile, potty mouth. For sand. Whoops.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Screw you, I'm gonna leave them all on. Daniel called. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Oh, it's misspelled. Aww, sadness. Anyway. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old and therefore an independent and fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you have allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just wanted to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Well then. Go Sam. Annoying. Are these real moves? Well, I know they're real moves, but like, do you actually like move those? I've never really played Street Fighter, so I don't really know. So let me know. Oh, that's making me sick. That one's much better.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the water. Weren't those good old days?
Labyrinth. Actually, yeah. The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moss that had inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below, skeletal in rotted robes. The king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls as he sang. Wailed souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase, hewn from rock, led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I'll draw his attention, then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk thread. "All traced by this invincible thread, of course," Allegra said. "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, and gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his "Wait, no, the singing stopped." The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headlong into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passage. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate's scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered, and fell flat to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering light, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran Ran, ran. Don't know. So a lot of old classics. Hey Sam, do you want to go see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last week and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change. But I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. Haha, alright, see you then. You barfing cheeseburger. TP! Right. Hey, a tampon. Whoa.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
think I like perk 3 the best. Oh, pause it if you want to read it. And it. Alright. See you guys in the next episode.